What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon here. We've got another week of amazing auctions that come through. There are just so many noteworthy auctions, I just can't keep up some weeks, but we're going to try our best this week. Before I get started, please, if you haven't already, like the video and please subscribe to the channel to show your support. I really appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get into it with our first auction. Let's start out with some base set action. Base set has been the hot topic of the past couple weeks, with the booster boxes, the cards, just crazy expensive anymore, and just always going up in value. So let's go back to the very basics right here with this unlimited PSA 10 base set Squirtle that went for a staggering $570. This is a base set unlimited common. Like, what is going on in this hobby? It's insane. And that Squirrel's not even it. Let's take a look at the next one here. We have a Bulbasaur. Same thing, unlimited base set, Gem Mint 10, went for $610. Now, Bulbasaur has always been the most valuable of the three starters because of the low population. I believe it's the low pop in all the variations. First edition, Shadowless, unlimited. So we're seeing that right here in the more expensive card of those two. So, yeah, $610 for an unlimited Bulbasaur. Crazy! All right, let's get some Pikachu action here. We have our Jungle Pikachu that we've been keeping our eye on for the past few weeks. This one went this week. There's actually two that I saw. One went for $465, while the next one went for, yes, $510 for a common first edition Jungle Pikachu. And spoiler alert, the video for next week, it's going to be a lot more than that. Yeah, that's how insane it is. So keep on the Pikachu train here. We have yet another Jungle Pikachu, but this one is the W gold stamp card, promo if you will, that went for $917.29. And I wouldn't be surprised if these sold for over $1,000 regularly now. These W stamp PSA 10 Pikachus. Yeah, almost $1,000 for this card this week. Not bad. Keep on going with the Pikachus here. You're probably asking, what about Red Cheeks Pikachu? I'm glad you asked, because we had two come through this week in auction. One was a PSA 10 Red Cheeks Shadowless Pikachu that went for $3,200 in a Probstein auction. All right, hang on to your seats, because we've got a first edition Red Cheeks Shadowless Pikachu that went for $10,600. And you know what? I'll bet it's going to go for a whole lot more than that the next time we see it come around, because these Pikachus are just unbelievable. Whether it's yellow cheeks, red cheeks, any kind of cheeks, you're seeing tremendous value in these Pikachus. And this is a red cheeks one that went for over $10,000 this week. Very cool. And to finish off here, we have the starters. The gang's all here. A PSA 10 first edition Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander, all PSA 10s, went for $11,100 for the three of them. That's purdy right there. Anybody who has these starters graded is rejoicing right now, because the collections, people's collections have just, the net worth is just skyrocketing within these past few weeks. It is very exciting times for the hobby. All right. Let's get out of the starters here, on to something a little bit cooler. Let's get out of the fire a little bit, on to something a little bit less expensive. And here we have a first edition Neo Destiny Shining Kabutops that went for $1,645. And this, it's hard to say this nowadays in Pokemon, but I believe this is still pretty undervalued. You got a first edition Shining card, PSA 10, that went for a little over $1,600. With the prices we've been seeing lately, that's not that much. I'm really surprised that these cards aren't going for more, but hey, maybe I'll pick one up here soon. All right, we got some Gold Stars to come through this week. We got 3 Gold Star Pokemon that came through as PSA 10s. Here's our first one in Registeel. This one is from EX Legend Maker, and it went for $2,075. Not too bad, right? And then we had a Regirock, also from EX Legend Maker, that went for $1,825. Now these two guys right here are the low tier Gold Star cards, right? You got your, Gold Star Charizard, Rayquaza, and then down here you got the Regirock, Registeel, Regice cards that people were just like, "Meh, all right, you're a gold star. I'll pay for you, but I'm not going to pay that much." So yeah. And then we had a Trico here from EX Team Rocket Returns. This is a Trico Gold Star. I believe there's 40-some PSA 10 copies of this in the world that went for $3,000 even. Now, if I recall, this was listed earlier in the week. It was listed at $3,000, but nobody bid on it. So the seller relisted it at $2,800 and then did get a few bids. Ended up being $3,000 anyway. So I was surprised this one didn't go for a little bit more because the low population, and this is the set with the first gold stars. This had the Mudkip, Trico, and the very, very expensive Torchic gold stars. So yeah, $3,000 isn't too bad considering the population of this card and the fact that it's one of the first gold star cards. So pretty interesting. All right, let's get into some modern product here. This week we have a battle. We got the Charizard V Secret Rare from Champions Path. And then you got the Rainbow Rare Charizard V Max from Champions Path. They've been duking it out these past few weeks to see who's reigned supreme. Let's see who won this week. The Charizard V Full Art Secret Rare went for $1,525 this week. So this card started out hot and it's been coming down. I forget what it was last week for a PSA 10, but I think it went for a little bit less this week at $1,525. But when we look at the Rainbow Rare Charizard V Max here, it went for $2,325. So this one is coming up. We have the Charizard V, the Charizard V Max, and it's kind of coming up like this. The V Max is winning this battle this week as far as the value, and it's really increased over the past week or so. There's that. Let's get into some heavy packs here. Last week I touched on the fact that there's a lot of scams and faulty auctions, if you will, as far as base set heavy packs. So I wanted to run through a couple of legit heavy pack auctions that ended and an actual price that these are going for. So you got a not first edition, unlimited heavy Venusaur pack that went for $1,275. You have a Charizard Art heavy pack that went for $1,424. You got a Blastoise heavy pack that went for $1,150. You got another Charizard heavy pack that went for $1,225. And that's it. There's actually more than that, but that's a general idea of where these packs have been going. They have not been going for $3,000+ like we saw last week in those auctions that ended at over $3,000. That's more the price point we're seeing this week. Now that's always subject to change. Pokemon's so hot right now, you never know what it's going to be the next day, right? With these base set products. Let's finish off these base set cards here with a PSA 10 First Edition Alakazam holographic that went for $9,168. Just about at the 5-figure mark for that card. This is a seller from Canada, I believe. But yeah, almost 5 figures for a First Edition Alakazam from base set. And this is one of my favorite cards from base set. The holographic, that purple, all those purple hues just pop out at me. I love it. One of my favorites. All right, let's get to some booster boxes. We had some crazy prices for booster boxes this week, starting with this unlimited sealed fossil box that went for $6,100. Up next, we had a Jungle Unlimited Sealed Booster Box that went for $72.14. And I noticed on this box, it looks very mint, looks very good, but there's a sticker on the side that says $20. You mean to tell me at one point this box, someone was slapped a sticker on there and was trying to sell for $20? Oh my gosh. I think that's the only way I can interpret it, is that it was a $20 box at one point, way back when. Well, not anymore, Ma. $7,214 for this box. Here we have a Team Rocket First Edition Sealed Booster Box. This box has shot up. It was around $10,000 there for a bit, and it shot up to $15,300 this week. Just insane increases. Yeah, what is that? A 50% increase in a week, or less than a week? It's only a few days. But yeah, and this box isn't even in mint condition. If you look closely, there's like a tear along the very top of the flap thing there. So yeah, $15,300 for a sealed Team Rocket First Edition box. And last but not least, we have two here that I've seen come through. The base set unlimited box. This is the hot box of the year. This one went sealed for $25,100. But wait, there's more. We had another one come through for a whopping $29,400 for these mint condition unlimited base set booster boxes. Wow. Yes, I do believe this stems from the recent social media blow up of these big wigs like Logan Paul and all them getting into this hobby, opening up boxes, taking an interest in these cards. Clearly, that's what's happening. Because ever since this all happened, we've been seeing the prices, particularly of base set cards and booster boxes, and even vintage booster boxes from WotC just go up tremendously in value. And I attribute it to that, to the social media influence that's been happening. All right, what did you think of the auctions this week? Man, there's so many auctions that come through anymore. This hobby is on fire. I can hardly keep up, but I love it. It gives me content to put out to you. Let me know what you thought of the video. Please like and subscribe. Check out my next video. I will see you soon. Thank you so much.